Hi guys, welcome back to Irish Footy Vlogs and welcome back to my Player of the Year video. Three contenders for Player of the Year. I'm going to go with three, two and then one obviously being the Player of the Year and talk a bit about these three players. Before I start, please subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. It'd be fantastic. And also remember, this is my personal opinion. Everyone's going to have their own opinion and that's fine, to be fair. But let us know your opinions in the comments. Let us know what you think. Who was your Player of the Year? You can give us a 3-2-1 if you like yourself. But I'm going to start off at number 3, and I've decided to go for Podge Amond, or Podge, as he's well known, for Waterford FC. I think he's been superb this season. He's finished top scorer in the league, level with Pat Hooban in the scoring charts and 14 goals. But apart from the goals, I think it's the influence he's had in that Waterford team, which has been fantastic. And you can't put out a statistic for what a player's influence is to a squad, or even the desire or work rate of a player is in a squad. And I think he's led the line unbelievably at 36 years of age. It's not just, he is a fox in the box when it comes to scoring goals, but he's ran the channels and he's worked very, very hard for a 36-year-old. He genuinely has, and I didn't think at the start of the season he probably had that in him. I thought if they could get him in around the box, he might be able to score goals, in which he has, but they've got more out of him than I thought they would, to be honest with you. His influence, honestly, led to Waterford ultimately having a good season overall, you'd have to say. Very influential to what is a very, very young squad of players. Now, Waterford will make some changes and they've just added Andy Boyle to the ranks, another bit of experience, but that's for another day, I suppose. But Podge Amond for me in at number 3. At number 2, Dylan Watts, Shamrock Rovers. Played 30 league games for Shamrock Rovers this season. I think he's had an outstanding season. He's taken over the mantle this season, I thought, really, from Jack Byrne as Shamrock Rovers' best midfielder, being honest. Excellent on the ball, creative, can score goals, can set the tempo, and you know, he can get into the box, drive and runs, all that kind of stuff, and just overall his midfield work and performances overall have been good this season. Even when Rovers were struggling and had a lot of injuries, Dylan Watts was still there and performing well in the team. Without him, I don't think he was the one player, actually, you could argue that if they were missing for a long period, that they wouldn't have got back into the title race whatsoever. But yeah, Dylan Watts, I think, always was a superb player, stepped it up another level this season, really took responsibility in that Shamrock Rovers midfield and was highly influential. Always felt like with Dylan, good player, but always felt like he was, you know, just not quite the main man. Mainly that was Jack Byrne, of course, and even Gary O'Neill and things like that. But this season, he's definitely been the main man in the middle of the park for Shamrock Rovers, and possibly just a maturity in his game. Showed real leadership there too. And all these three players I'm going to talked about two already, have showed that this season. Yeah, Dylan Watts at number 2. Number 1, my Player of the Year, my personal Player of the Year is Paddy Barrett of Shelbourne. Outstanding season from Paddy. Defensively has helped keep Shelbourne structured, being that real rock and leader in the back line. But the biggest thing for me at times, obviously you need to defend, he does that well, that kind of goes without saying really, particularly the way he's played this season. But his passing range, he always had a good passing range, but this season at times, particularly early on the season, he was like a playmaker in the back line for Shelbourne. Often teams would press and let Barrett come out with the ball, and he just pick out passes, long passes as well, good at diagonals left or right, can find a long pass to the centre forward, etc. as well. And you know, when he's playing like that, he's actually like a deep line playmaker almost. It's incredible, and definitely the best passing range of any central defender in this league without a doubt. And you know, he started so many of Shelbourne's good attacks this season, led by example, as I said, was a real rock and a leader in that back line for Shelbourne as well, and obviously helped them lift the title at the end of the season too. So yeah, my personal Player of the Year is Paddy Barrett. So let me know, guys, what you think in the comments, as I said on the top of the video. Subscribe to the channel, and thanks for watching once again. Bye bye.